Welcome to Date with Danu, right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. Today I'm going to be speaking about little bundies. It's going to be a show based on motherhood and so much more. As my guests on the show, I have three amazing ladies. I have Shahili, Thiyasha and Shanika.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shanika Arsecularatne. You guys know me as the beauty doctor. I'm here on Date with Danu today. It's going to be an exciting show. Just stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Shahili Gomes-McCoy. I am one of the co-founders of the Design Collective. I also run the store Gandhara, and we also own Villa Republic.
Hi, I'm Thiyasha De Fonseka, director of Thiyasha, and I'm here to go on a date with them.
I've heard so much about the show, and I'm really excited to be on a date with Danu.
Well, Date with Danu is always an exciting show. You can be yourself, you can have a good laugh, and you don't have to be stressed about it. So it's going to be a pretty interesting show tonight.
This show is going to be quite interesting, I think, and quite informative. Might be quite funny as well, so stay tuned.
Danu is an amazing media personality, so I'm very excited to have my date with him.
Danu is a diva, everyone knows that. It's fun to be on his show.
I've known Danu for a really, really long time, and the guy, what you see is what you get.
All right, so as you could see, here I am my thinnest form. The only thing is I have not given birth to this child that I've been carrying around for the longest time. Actually, funnily, yesterday I was doing this research on pregnant women. Don't ask me why. I came across a lady who holds a Guinness World Record. She was 94
Okay.
Yeah.
when she got to know that she was pregnant for 60 years. Means the child, it was caught in something.
Oh
and
my
they
God.
Yeah.
Wow.
They thought it was a tumor initially.
Okay.
Interesting, right? Just wanted to tell you that story.
Great, okay.
Yeah, but it had a happy ending with the fact that she celebrated with life with her husband for so long,
Okay.
feeling that she was alone when he
Right.
passed, but now she feels that, you know, we
She
were a
wasn't.
family, and it was kind of nice. It's all how you see it, I think.
100%.
Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
So you three have become mamas during the COVID times.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
they say, can't keep their hands to themselves. So, is it COVID that got you all pregnant?
No.
No, I
No.
don't think so.
Definitely not. It was something that, well, I can speak for myself, but it's something I've always wanted to be a mom, and I'm so glad that I got the opportunity. You know, I got to.
Free time.
I mean, honestly, it wasn't that. But I guess it was just the right time, and, you know, it all happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it was the right time, but I think maybe COVID helped
Yeah. Y'all had all the time.
because we had all the time, or maybe perhaps more time.
Yeah.
So maybe it helped, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's the primary reason.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
You know.
But for Shani, how was it?
It was just a planned pregnancy. So,
She's so, it's just a planned pregnancy. I remember,
well, it wasn't COVID, didn't have anything to play in it, obviously.
Yeah.
I remember when Shani first...
If we waited COVID to finish, we would ever.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't want COVID to finish because that's when you all had the time. Otherwise, you're forever in the clinic or something to that nature. Here,
Yeah.
they're all the time. Let's try today, let's try tomorrow.
Well, yeah.
But I remember when Shani told me that she was pregnant, it was literally like, I'm pregnant. Do you remember? It was at a cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because you were losing it, people were just getting to Shani and we could just see her cheeks just going pink and eventually purple. She was like, I'm pregnant.
Yeah, there's this taboo that you can't even say it out loud.
Yeah.
You know, like
Until a
until
certain,
yeah.
certain period
Yeah.
of time and all
That's
that.
amazing,
Yes.
Yeah. So it's your first time on date with Danu. Are you comfortable so far?
Yes, yes,
All
I'm
right. So
very
you are
comfortable.
friends with Shani for a long time.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I've known Shani for a really long time through her lovely husband, Ihan.
Right. So the connection, I'll tell you all about it. Ihan was recruited by her dad to MAS. So there is this,
Oh my God.
there's this there is this sense of love and respect towards him, and then this relationship grew, and yeah, so on and so forth. So that's the story to their relationship. Now, as mamas during the whole 2021-2022 era, it's a different timeline for kids. Weren't you all scared going into the hospital for the delivery, knowing that there's COVID? And
I was terrified. I was really terrified. In one way, there was less FOMO because there was COVID and you're pregnant and you're stuck at home. But in another way, it was extremely isolating because you didn't have the support of your very close friends and your family. I was stuck in London for almost 2 years, and my parents weren't able to visit, and I was not able to come to Sri Lanka. So it was actually really terrifying. Not only just the actual delivery, but you couldn't actually take your husband to, or boyfriend, partner, whatever, to any of your doctor's appointments or your scans.
really?
Yeah, so nothing.
We were lucky in that
I think
sense.
that way
So
we
there
were
was
quite lucky, yeah.
absolutely no hand holding. So
Right.
every scan
Yes.
or every doctor's appointment, you're just on your own.
Right.
So, and because fortunately it was always like very positive news,
Yes.
it was fine to
Yeah.
go by yourself. But
Correct.
imagine all the mums in the
Yes.
UK who had to go through maybe and get something which was not ideal news, you know,
Yeah.
which
Would
was
have
maybe
been
perhaps more challenging. Would have been really terrifying.
Yeah.
So fortunately, during the actual surgery, then they allowed partners, but only for the surgery. They were not able to stay in the hospital.
only for that
Oh my God,
process.
really?
Only for the
Yeah.
process. So exactly. So you're
Yeah.
going through this
I think-
huge surgery. You're
Yeah.
under like a million drugs. You're obviously in a lot of pain. Then you go to your room, and a couple of hours, you're on your own again. Because
So I guess we're very lucky that
so
way. Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
really, really terrifying.
And only because the fact that you gave birth in London is why you had to say husband, boyfriend, partner, whoever it is. In Sri Lanka, if you say those, me bandrane. Let's get into a break. We'll see you on the other side. Do stick around. It's a date with Danu. Welcome back to the show. We are talking to new mamas who have managed to balance work, pregnancy, childbirth, the whole works. All right, let's turn to Dr. Shanika a little bit. Now, in your profession, I remember Shani told me once, long time ago, I don't know whether you remember this, we met Shani when I was on radio, and we asked to go and meet these doctors to I'm not saying anything wrong with that. When
These
there's a
doctors.
sponsors, when there are
These doctors.
sponsorships, and they kind of bore us, because we don't understand the medical jargon, and we have to sit and listen to it, and we just want to speak from a public point of view, I don't know what this pain is, what is this pain for? Not from, it's a nerve related to, I have to carry up the If I know that, why am I even going to a doctor? True, no?
yes.
Yeah.
So we expected somebody like that, and we waited, and there came, we saw Shani in slow motion. And who is this? This is our doctor. Oh, it was one of those, because it's very hard to be in this profession and not look the part. It's
Yes.
very, very hard. You always say you can't afford to have pimples, and tell people no pimples now. It's impossible.
Yes.
So how did you manage, this pregnancy time, and also coming out of it, and you also have fat freezing.
Thank you very much. Which I can't do until 6 months after
There you go.
delivery.
Yeah.
But to your question, yes, it's very difficult because I used to be, all thanks to Ihan. Halfway through, he
Yeah.
starts cooking, and then my diet goes for a 6. But
Marriage
after-
makes people put on weight. It's
For
a
sure.
known fact.
I totally blame Harin for
Yeah.
everything.
For sure.
Well, I'm naturally a chubby person, so I have to really, control my food, work out to stay lean. And then during the pregnancy, I gained weight. I had diabetes during pregnancy, so all of that.
But it's a common thing.
And then, every other person has it. So I'm really struggling with weight loss because you can't do what you used to do. If you diet, then I get scolded,
Yeah.
Baby might not have enough milk,
Yeah.
or you can't do strenuous workouts until 6 months. So with the profession, it's a lot difficult to face,
Yeah.
It's a lot of stress to
Also,
get back in
but
shape.
you look fabulous. I tried telling this and I got told off. Did y'all go through like mood swings during pregnancy?
Yes.
Or were y'all the nice ones who didn't?
No, there
No,
were
I
moments.
was absolutely horrible.
Oh, nice.
So I was
Poor
really,
Nice to know.
husbands.
No, I mean,
I was
seriously,
really, it was really difficult. So I think the pandemic in this case didn't help me
Because you were stuck.
because I was stuck. I had no support from like my family, and I
I
would
must
have
say, all
generally.
three of you, because you all are such strong-minded women, all three of you are blessed with such understanding husbands,
Very
knowing
much
what.
Really, oh
so.
my God,
Yeah.
yes.
You have
Yes.
no idea. Nobody else would have tolerated me during that time. I swear.
Yeah.
Like, it was. You
I
know,
don't think
the
it
mood
was
swings-
anything better before and after.
Already one digga, I'm counting that. Oh. No, but honestly, like it is, it's so important to have supportive husbands
Correct.
because it's so hard.
Absolutely.
And then when you're already people who are outgoing, you do your own thing, you know, and then to be told you can't go out, you can't do this, you can't do that, it's already hard.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's the guy
And
at
your
home.
hormonal. I mean, it's real.
Yeah.
It's real.
It's real.
Because I am usually like I try to be polite or like always.
Yeah.
But then the hormones make you go crazy. I apologize to Ihan quite a few times every day.
Actually, all the time.
Yeah.
Saying sorry because
Like, you feel bad after. I'm just like, I'm so sorry. And then it's like, it's
But
okay.
actually, I'm just picturing the three of your husbands. We'll actually show pictures of them. They are really innocent.
you're
Charit,
lucky
please.
to have us as well.
Charit,
Hello.
please insert the pictures of the three husbands. How can you actually yell at those faces? But anyway, well done. You all have kept the marriage and the child and given birth as well.
Given birth as well.
Yeah,
But
well done. We're going to get into one of my favorite segments, get onto the groove of the show
Oh,
now.
wow.
It's called Hot Seat. So this time around, the competition is a bit different. We give this fabulous gift box. These products have come in new. Hard to get products down to Sri Lanka. No, mate. Anyway, but because Shani is not eligible to win this,
Yes.
one of you will.
Okay.
amazing.
Yay.
What is in it?
Johnny, I think you're supposed
All right. So let's start. Thiyasha, I'll start with you.
Sure.
All right. If you were the door that saved Rose in the movie Titanic, who would you rather have on top of you if not for Rose? Your options are Duminda Silva, Chandimal Jayasinghe, Maitripala Sirisena, Ranil Wickramasinghe.
Well, I guess I would choose, Ranil.
Ranil, okay. Who, in your opinion, is the most stylish from the following?
Okay.
Adisha, founder of DXL,
Yep.
Mayor of Colombo, Rosa Senaweera,
Okay.
Yahali Sangakara,
Yep.
Christina Sirisena.
So, who's my favorite or just
Your
yours?
favorite and your least favorite.
Okay, so I don't have a least favorite, but in saying that my favorite, I love Yahali. I love her style. It's really, really beautiful. I love
right, that's
Sonali's
fine.
work.
Yeah, okay.
And then,
And then,
and then,
who you don't prefer so much in terms of fashion?
no, in saying that, I mean, I love our Colombo Mayor's style, of course. You know, she's very elegant in that way. And who are my other options?
I'm just waiting for the last one.
Just
Second
tell-
is Rosie. Now you have left with Adisha and Christina Sirisena.
Okay, so I'm not going to say either of them are the least fashionable.
But they're third on the list.
Third, I would say Adisha.
Fourth is Christina.
Yeah.
Right. So Christina is the least in your opinion.
Well, I don't know.
Out of the
other
two
ones.
ladies seated next to you, who do you think looks best in a TH piece?
They both look
No,
fabulous.
you can only pick
Oh my
one.
God.
No, they both look
They
amazing.
both look fabulous,
Least-
and they both have Thiyasha items, which I absolutely
She's
love.
choosing option D, which
Yeah.
is not there.
Exactly. There you go.
Your all-time favorite radio personality? Danu Inasatambi, Asanka Sahabandu, Dominic Keller, Blessy.
You. Always been a fan since the first day I met him in Candy.
Continue. If your house was on fire, name 5 things you'd save in the order of importance.
Husband and child, of course. Those are number one, husband and child. And my staff at home, Pablo, My
Who's
lad?
Pablo?
The doggy.
My doggy. Of course, because everything else is replaceable.
Aww. Husband and child together you are taking.
So there's 5 no. Harin, Babi, Radha, Sobi and Pablo.
Done. Got it. Well done. Shanika. I never called you Shanika, no?
No.
Yeah.
Dr. Shanika or Shani?
Yeah. I'm not saying they need it.
Oh my
Out of the
God,
two-
do not put me in that position.
What? Out of the two ladies seated next to you, who do you think might shine better with some Botox work?
I would love some. Even if she doesn't give it to me, I'd
Everyone
love
shines
some.
better
I think
with a bit of
everyone looks
Botox.
amazing.
But I definitely need it now around the eyes and all. I'll have to go
The
very
one thing you need to know now is that we support each other.
I would bloody love it.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Everyone should go.
it's called baby Botox.
I'm scared to do this show now.
Bye.
I'm very attacky.
Not at all.
No, we're just very.
Right, fine. So you're trying to say both need it, no?
Absolutely.
We voluntarily say we need it.
No, but I want it.
I'm definitely. It's baby Botox. I'm going
Yeah.
for it for sure.
Why
Definitely.
not?
I must tell you, there was a time when Shani was pregnant and she was not practicing because of the COVID situation. Gosh, some people's face were here. They were just sagging from all sides. And they've gone to some terrible places and got it done, and they looked insane.
Oh, no.
And after that, when you saw this huge amount of people gathering outside because they got their Botox done.
Oh my gosh.
If you were to have tea with the president and could resolve one of the burning issues in the country, which one would it be that you will pick? Gas issue, fuel issue, milk powder shortage, vehicle import restrictions?
Gas issue. People need to eat first and feel secure in the country.
Okay. Indiyapa Darshakirti Sena Charni Suriyake Aslam Hussain. Whose outfit have made you feel the prettiest?
Well, I've got things done from all of them, but they're different pieces. You can't, honestly.
But you will only feel pretty. You will
No,
feel.
it's like you're
Can I
telling me
answer
to
that question?
choose.
I mean, all of them are amazing, but in terms of prettiest, Aslam did my bridal. I wore Sabya sari and Aslam did my jacket, and I would say
See
my
how
wedding.
easy she is. Well done. Huh?
My
Shani,
wedding
well
was
done.
when I felt the prettiest.
Now your turn, Chan.
Well, you're not asking me about my wedding.
But she's
No,
not.
I'm asking you just in general.
I like all of them. Because
Oh,
I'm
But
not
they're
going to
amazing
choose, I'm not gonna,
designers.
it's not a diplomatic answer because I've got different pieces done by all of them. Like got one done.
okay, your personal favorite.
How do you compare batik with something else? Or
Yeah, they're so
you
different.
can't.
They're so different because one is occasion wear, the
Yeah.
other one is batik.
I honestly like.
I wouldn't be able
give
to
me
choose.
another name or give me something else. Like
Or
I
people
would.
in the same sort of similar styles.
That's a hard one. But
he
the
just gives
prettiest
you
thing
You
I can say
share
because
your
of the
personal
bridal.
space with most of the. It's this my show. You share your personal space with most of your clients.
Yes.
Which of their personal hygiene lapses put you off the most? Bad breath, body odor, dirty nails, unwashed hair, toe jam.
Body odor. Because I can't breathe while I'm working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
That would be tough.
and then I can't take another person in for some time.
There's a
so
nice
it's-
sambar smell there.
In a way,
No,
thank
but-
God for the masks. No, Shani,
Yes.
thank God.
Also, but I feel sorry because obviously some people use the bus, public transport, so you
Yes.
can't really blame them. And but that is the most
Yeah,
uncomfortable thing.
that's a difficult one.
Shani, I think because you knew you were not winning this gift, you played terribly.
You put me in a very,
No,
very
no,
difficult
no.
situation.
Actually,
Shahil.
yes, some of your questions.
Shahili, to you.
Okay, go on. I'm
I
ready.
think- I think
Oh,
she'll win it.
she definitely.
Bring
she's
out the
already.
British in here. You are setting up a brand new house and you want it furnished.
Okay.
Which store would you visit from the following, apart from Gandhara?
Uh-huh.
Surya, Paradise Road, Pendi, All India, Rooks Brothers.
Okay, so I'll go to Rooks to get maybe some dining table because I can't go to Gandhara. I will go to Paradise Road to get my ceramics. I will go to Pendi to maybe get some cushion covers. What's the other store? Surya? To get my garden furniture.
Very.
Your father, your sister, who according to you has the more creative eye?
More creative eye in terms of interiors, in terms of
Just creative eye.
a creative eye.
He's
Okay.
getting so annoyed
I
with
know,
us.
he's just like, no, they're both exceptionally creative, but they both have an accounting finance background. So they're also like the most practical, creative people I've ever
Someday
met.
we're gonna sew in any political thing because we're so.
So
sure.
I would say Elisha is more creative when it comes to modern houses, but Tati more creative if you're doing like a colonial villa.
Charit just cut everything and just put.
You can't do that.
Rosie, Otara, Ramani. Choose your favorite Colombo diva. One.
None of them are divas. They're exceptional entrepreneurs.
Ayo, diva is a term of love.
Is it though? I would like to be called a diva. Okay, so Auntie Ramani, favorite entrepreneur,
Great,
also
thank
so
you.
stylish. What? Let me talk.
Continue.
Auntie Rosie is amazing in her own right, and Otara, I have so much respect for her because she was like one of the pioneers when it came to retail in Sri Lanka. When I was young, I was like, oh my God, I want to be like Otara.
her. Exactly.
And now I'm like, I want to look like Auntie Ramani when I'm older.
Oh my God, that's exactly what I said.
Do you have an answer?
Yes.
she
So
did, just
wait,
gave it.
I gave all of my answers. Oh wait, but what?
Who's your number one diva?
Oh,
who?
I suppose Auntie Ramani, then Auntie.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you. Good y'all are not taking part in like Miss Sri Lanka or Miss Universe or something. Y'all would have never kept to that timeline, nor would y'all have ever won anything as well. Kiss, kill, marry, or ghost.
Okay.
Arjun Aloysius, Sanat Jayasuriya, Mervyn Silva, Shalin Balasurya.
So I know Charlene.
So you wanna
seems
kiss
like
it?
no. I'll marry Charlene.
You're going to marry Shalin.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
You're
he
gonna
seems like a really
kiss-
sensible person. Then what?
You have Kiss and Ghost now with Mervyn and Sanat.
So I'll kiss Sanat and goes to Mervyn.
Yeah, there you
Good
go.
Actually,
choice.
good
Yeah,
choice.
yeah, very
Good
good.
choice.
Well done.
Good
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, good
I mean,
choice.
I mean,
You
of course.
unconsciously killed as well somebody, but it's fine. Let's get into a break. I'm really tired after this segment. This gift belongs to no one, actually. All of you were terrible at this game. Y'all are all fired. I feel sorry for the people who have to edit this show. It's never going to end.
Really well.
This gift is mine.
Did. So we actually don't get the gift?
No, it's for me.
Oh God, okay.
This is the first time I'm taking the gift for myself. Just
We
get-
weren't that bad, Danu. What is this?
Actually, I can give you one product for being nice. One. Shani, you are just going to end up with a bag. Let's get into a break. We'll see you right after. Welcome back to the show. In conversation with Shahili, Thiyasha, and Dr. Shanika. Said the whole thing there. All right, so Shahili, you have been back and forth between London and Sri Lanka.
That's right.
And you studied there.
Yes.
And you have now started a fashion house, let's put it that way, which retails all local designers.
Yes, that's right. Local and a whole bunch of designers also from our region.
Right. So Design Collective. So tell me a little bit about how was it when you started? Did you think it's going to take off really well?
We started 4.5 years ago. I co-founded it with my co-founder Binu. She and I went to school together, so I've known her for a really long time, since I was 6 years old. Binu studied fashion design. She went to NIFT and then did her master's at LCF. And then I did business school, undergrad, Manchester, and then did my master's at Imperial. So we have a very good combination of different kind of skill set that we wanted to bring into the fashion world. And of course, retail stores existed in Colombo and in Sri Lanka, but we just wanted to bring something which was our perspective, and that is the Design Collective.
Right.
And I should say for non-related partners, Shahili is very blessed to have found Binu. isn't it?
Yes, yes.
For
She's
sure.
Usually,
absolutely.
yeah.
And it's very hard to find a partner who will understand and not sort of like ruin a brand or
Yeah.
even try to make it just one-sided too much.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Being born to somebody like Diane Gomez is not easy because I think I have never worked at MAS,
Yeah.
but we have all been kind of been told about him, and that led to us looking at him, like the type of principles he follows and what type of power he has over like creating people. It kind of is a big thing to feel.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Although he's not that tall,
Not
he
at
comes
all.
up. He comes across
his
as such a
personality.
giant man. How was it for you?
Growing up, I think both of my parents have been absolutely amazing and been fundamental part of our personality and the way we think. But I suppose, when in our world,
He's your dad.
He's our dad.
Yeah.
So for us, we were not really exposed to like, oh my God, he's like some major dude, because he was just really our dad, our mom's husband. So we were like,
This
yeah,
man is my mom's husband, my dad.
so like,
That's
Yeah.
pretty much it.
so
Yeah.
that kind of like summed it up. And he was very involved with our childhood, even though he was very, very busy with his corporate life.
Yeah.
But my both parents were really involved, especially with our sports and stuff. He was very involved. But Ammi was really, really there to kind of like support him so that he could reach these amazing heights
Yeah.
in his corporate life. But I suppose for us, we were not like, oh my God, Diane Gomez. We were like, yeah, the dude at home, sure.
So when people do speak about you, you're like, yeah, that's my dad.
I don't feel like embarrassed at all.
No,
I
no,
think
I'm not
it's
embarrassed,
amazing. Yeah, so if anyone wanted to speak to him or meet him, I will always support it. I'll be like,
Right.
yeah, here you go, his phone number, call him.
Yeah.
So I don't ever feel embarrassed or anything. We're very proud, but we don't feel like it's not attainable. I'm sure we will attain it in a very different way.
Yeah. His spacing was different, and what he was able to achieve was
Absolutely.
very different to what. Let's get into a segment called Yes or No. I'm sure at least this y'all will be able to pull through.
That's just one word. So
All right, so we have some questions. I'm sure y'all can stick to these options. If y'all do want to give.
Where's the maybe? Yeah, where's the maybe, or explain yourself one.
Why?
he's literally dying there.
Yeah. All right. Have you taken money from your partner's wallet without them noticing?
Yeah.
Yes. Good.
What?
I don't have a partner. There's a fundamental issue. If I do have one, I will. Have your parents ever caught you in public with your crush without knowing you were dating someone? No. Ayo, Shahani, no. You, I knew, will be a yes.
Oh my goodness. Be nice, Danu. I'm a mama
Have
now.
you ever shoplifted?
Oh
No. Was
I've
it a
told this-
dad?
Yes, I robbed a packet of jujubes.
I mean, darling.
Yeah, after Sheikh's practice, a small one. So, have you ever binged watched a Netflix series in one night?
Don't know one night, but pretty much.
Yeah.
One night, yes, I've done it.
If you could know what other people are really thinking about you right now, would you like to know that?
Yes.
If
No.
you could find out how you were going to die, would you like to know?
Yes.
Yes.
If you could gain a magical power but lose your sight forever, would you?
Lose your sight? No. You'd be
Now his
magical,
magical power
with
is to see anyway. There.
I will ask for my magical power to be my sight.
Yeah, there you go.
With other things in it.
Yeah, but that's pointless.
No, I
It's
will
like,
just get like
I
an
don't
X-ray
want-
vision.
Oh boy.
My God, who do you want to see through?
I'll just see. I'll just keep seeing David every day. David, can I speak to you for a minute? If you could time travel, would you go back in time and unmeet certain people in your life?
No.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
He's like thinking in his mind, boring, oh my God, what am I doing?
Have your friends ever seen compromising photos of you online? Even I can't bear looking at it. I'm not going to take it. My mirror reflection is just really bad. That's why even if somebody even asks me to take a nude, and if I want to take a nude, I will not put that.
Yeah.
Put my phone through that, put the other person through it.
Through that, yeah.
It's just terrible. It's like a black hole. No, it's not. Let's get into, what are we getting into? A break, right? We'll see you on the other side. Do stick around. By the way, y'all were okay.
Okay,
I'm
thanks.
okay, thank you.
Okay. And it's time to do something that we love doing, dishing out the dirt. To be honest, they don't have so much of dirt. Just wanted to give a big intro and a terrible name. But actually, just like Jangi Hora. Have you all watched that film?
I saw the board and I was like,
I
what
saw
is
it.
this?
I saw
And
that.
Oh my
Like,
God, who
they have
names
made
it?
people talk about it, which is amazing.
Yeah, but then,
I know.
but it's not in a positive
It's
way.
not in a positive way.
Jangi Hora.
I
It's
saw-
just the
and I saw
title is so
some
catchy.
people-
But you know,
Really?
it's a
So
bit
bad.
People are talking about it, but are they actually going to go see it? Probably not. So
I
the-
really want to. I'm
Really?
waiting for somebody
Oh,
who
do
will
you?
come with me. Shall we all go?
No.
I don't know, darling. Probably not.
No, you know how we discussed you need to learn to say no?
No, there you go.
No.
Did you see
Why
how I
are
was
you all
like, I
trying
don't
it
know?
on me?
Did you see? Did you see
No,
that?
that is to anybody who wants to go and see this movie.
Right, okay, let's come back to what we were going to talk about. So this is where we're going to dish the dirt. Now, these are not actually dirt-related questions, but these are questions I wanted to ask. This time, I'm shifting my attention to Thiyasha. When you were last on this show, you were single, but lots of things have changed.
Yes.
You have found love, you have got married, and you're settled. And I actually told you that I see so much of joy in you. And I think this marriage has brought out the best version of you. How was it? Because I know you had a tough first try, and it's not something that we all want to do. We never want to like get into a relationship to get out of it.
Exactly.
But sometimes you have to get out of it.
Exactly.
How was it? How was it for you at that time, especially coming from a family that's so well known in Kandy? How was it for you to explain that?
Honestly, I think more than myself, maybe my parents found it a little bit difficult because nobody would actually come and talk to me directly about it.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? And yes, it is. I mean, nobody gets into a marriage with the hope of
Getting out of it.
getting out of it, right? You gave it a shot, you tried, but I was lucky enough to that we were able to walk away from each other in good terms and still remain friends. And the thing is, I'm somebody who believes in you just don't stick around for the sake of it. You know, my happiness is definitely not up for sale. And the thing is, like, yes, I too made mistakes in that, but I've learned from that. Right, and then yes, like you said, when I met you the last time on the show, I was single and then went through a hard time during that time as well. But so Harain was, it's actually an arranged marriage. It was a proposal, something I was totally dead against. I just did not want to go through the whole marriage thing. And then my father was quite adamant that I meet this guy, you know, and for me it was a few things that was like a no-go kind of thing. He lived overseas and yada yada, because I don't believe in long distance. And then he was in Sri Lanka for, I think, a weekend or something, and I was just to satisfy my father, I was like, okay, I'll meet him for a coffee. That's it. And then I can go and say, no, I don't like. I think, and he also came with the same thing, because he too was married before and it didn't work out. They are friends as well. And even he wasn't really looking for something. But we met. I guess the coffee went well.
Yeah,
and,
very, very
so now we're
successful.
married. It was a successful coffee date. And now we're married, just actually over a year. And we have our little Baba as well. So
Which makes it complete, and I think sometimes
Definitely.
you know when you know.
Exactly.
Yes.
Shani,
That's the, I don't like that grin.
so because I know you on a personal level, I know
really
that.
thinking how to put it across.
Look at him,
don't you?
So careful with Shan, you know, with us.
No, I'm careful with you. So, your mom is a very strong person.
Yes.
Consider the fact that she's like an army of her own. She built a company from nothing to where it is today, and it has given solutions to thousands and thousands of people over the years. How do you handle a strong mum and yet work in the same company and still sort of create a place for you within the company? Like family businesses, how hard is it?
Well, initially it was, so there's two sides to it. I would be a nobody if it wasn't for my parents.
Definitely, of course.
Right, because how many doctors in the profession do you know who has the upbringing and the backing and the support like my parents give me? Because it's very difficult to establish on your own. It's very difficult, but I've had the massive support of my parents, especially Ammi. And I think when you say, like, Ramani Arsecularatne, she's built that trust. Like, she has never, in my life, I've never seen her trading anything for money. Because even when she used to do classes, like, you know, beauty and artwork classes, her certificates were accepted by a lot of embassies for people to migrate under skilled migration. So people used to come and they're like, I'll give you money, I'll give you, you know, X amount of rupees, can I please have the certificate for migration? And not once has she ever said yes. She would say, do my course, when you complete it,
you'll get it.
You get it,
Yeah.
right? So I've seen that she does not trade respect and honor for money, number one. And I've seen how she's very, as you know, she's a very, if it's a yes, it's a yes, it's a no, it's a no. Even though sometimes it doesn't come across as diplomatic, I really appreciate it now, because it's a very, you need to be that straight to survive in society. Like, yes, being diplomatic will help you gain friends, but you can't build a company by, you know, pleasing everyone.
Yeah, true.
You have to call it out if it's wrong, and then, so I've added my side of profession and the new technology and everything, but everything is because I have strong roots built by her. So I really, it's very difficult because sometimes I want to be like, I'm the kind of make the other person happy and then work things around kind of. She's like, no, you need to learn to say no if you don't like it. So
We both need lessons.
yeah, so I have learned it the hard way sometimes, and I appreciate it because it saves you time, saves you trouble, and yeah, so.
It's not easy, no? All three of you all have very strong parents.
Very,
Yeah.
and all three work in the family business.
No.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into a break. We'll see you on the other side. It's a date with Danu. Did some digging on their social media, so let's take a look at it. So welcome back. So initially, I wanted Shahili on a different show, but she gave me the biggest boot.
What was it?
It was supposed to be with David.
All right.
It was already planned.
Okay.
David was all for it. When he met me at Seed Cafe 2, he said, I'm cool, I'll come.
Okay.
Shahili. Then when Shani said, I will get Shahili, she came. So I feel a bit left out. It's okay.
No, but to be fair, Shani said, you know, why won't you do the show? And it's going to be about new moms, and I thought it would be really interesting to talk about things that are not talked about
Because
in
all
a
three
public
of us,
forum,
we
you
talked
know?
about how people are so judgmental.
Yeah.
Because some of the ladies are so blessed.
To come back into.
They look
Correct,
like
yeah.
they've just swallowed a melon during pregnancy,
And
they
then the melon just came
goes
out.
off,
That's
and they're
it.
back to this size. And then I mean, we were just discussing how judgmental society was. So then I
So we
was
thought
like, why don't
this
you
is
come?
a great platform to talk
Thank
about
you,
it.
Thank you, thank you. To remember David's presence on this show.
We had to.
I've heard of 6 packs. It's like 10 or 12 or something to that age.
When you said, oh my God, that is so old.
Do you remember this picture?
Yes, this is at our house in Bentota that everyone can book. It's called Villa Republic Bentota. Plug. But yeah, this is, I think maybe like 10 years ago even.
Thiyasha, how long have you been friends with Shani?
A few years now. We bumped
few
in
years,
at
yeah.
that event.
Yeah.
And then,
See what a transformation.
Okay, well, she wasn't.
what is that?
I don't
As in, oh, sorry.
That's me.
That's me ages ago from Australia.
I was like,
And
who is
Aish.
And Malli, yes.
It's a perfectly fine photo.
I'm,
I'm like, what are you even saying?
I can't do this show. Thiyasha, I'm going to have you alone. Because you're normally fun. You're with like 2 soldiers.
Aish is a bit chubby here, and he looks very handsome now. And T looks brilliant here and now.
Aww. So cute.
She has the... Shani, speak a few words.
Oh, so she's Kayla, and she's definitely a princess.
And
And
she has the highest
Ammi
wardrobe.
is like really spoiling her. So.
Yeah.
As she should.
None of your ones don't have Facebook, Insta accounts and all still.
No.
They don't have such a social life.
And
Aw.
that's me and my father on my
You-
2nd birthday.
Oh my God, that's
So
so
much
sweet.
of dad,
Yeah.
like in the way you look.
Yeah.
You look so sweet.
Yeah.
Very cute.
I'm his princess.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, that is my younger sister,
You all have
Elisa.
such beautiful smiles.
Don't they?
Yes.
Isn't it like so like it makes you
Yeah,
smile?
It's very infectious.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was awesome.
I love that picture. It's very nice.
Very pretty.
Yes.
Maybe, 7 or 8 years ago. We looked like babies.
Aw. That was a Father's Day last year.
Last year, and yeah, we were a few months pregnant, and I was just like,
Oh, that's
happy
so
father to
sweet.
be.
That is so sweet.
That's Malli and I.
Such sweet photos.
He looks wounded in one and
Yeah.
nearly abused in another.
Yeah, he fell and he split his chin just
Oh,
before
no.
Montessori, just before we started Montessori, because I started going and then he cried and wanted to come with me to school. So that's how he started going. And we're still the same, inseparable.
Yeah.
I'm showing the husbands because they deserve the place here.
That is such a sweet photo.
I know.
Here, the purpose of it was to show Ihan's car. the rest were
That's his
just
first baby, so.
that's
is
his
such
first
a
baby.
sweet
But it's a beautiful
photo.
picture, though. But one thing, Ihan is up for anything. She
Yeah.
can dress him up even in a sari. He'll be like, okay.
Yeah, he has a very cool personality.
Yeah.
Actually,
Which
yes,
is-
it's the same. So Haren also, I dress him. I decide what he wears.
Yeah. To bring the legend on board a little bit.
Oh. That's a great photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This takes a lot to have such a following.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of
That,
course.
that takes a lot. This is just to be, just because
He
I'm
won.
a fan of David. I just
I
have
thought
one
you
more
would bring
picture.
one of his like Sabya photos for
No,
like a.
I don't want to
Yeah.
give too much of attention. I have more people hanging on. just, this is enough, okay? That's it.
Shahili, you should bring him for a show.
No, now I don't want you.
Just him.
Just
So
him.
So bring the
Yeah,
husbands for the show and
No,
ask
I
what
just
they
want you-
went through.
No.
No,
No,
just David.
Just wanted to ask you, you know, something that we have, like I had a co-host who got pregnant during my time with her on the show. So I spent 4 hours with her inside a studio and 4 hours outside the studio. And I dealt with it for like 8.5 months. And I literally called her husband and said, you got her pregnant, I'm dealing with the problems. She'll have mood swings, she has told me off, she wants to eat. I put on weight with her because she wants to eat Chinese and she's like, have some, take me. So I went through the whole thing and she always told me, I feel like I'm used by people. Like I'm just somebody who has to just get pregnant, give birth, and after that they were just looking at the child and they ignored me kind of a feeling.
Yeah.
How did your experience with this whole pregnancy treat you all emotionally?
I found the first part of my pregnancy really terrible because physically I was very sick. So I was non-stop vomiting a lot. And funnily, what kind of helped me not vomit so much was also eat, which is why I kind of gained 30 kilos in the pregnancy. But I was also had really, really bad like moods, but also had terrible anxiety. And they kind of diagnosed with, well, I was showing signs of depression because I was so low all the time. And there's kind of like no cause to it at all. So I'd kind of never dealt with any kind of mental health issues my whole life. And then when I got pregnant, it was kind of, everything was all over. And also it was very difficult to navigate because the environment was completely different. Every one of us would have had to deal with something very stressful. And this is not just being pregnant. I think people who had to live by themselves during COVID would have been an extremely isolating process.
It was double the dose, not only pregnancy, COVID as well.
Imagine. So I think it was just like too many bad things all together put me in a really, really awful mental state. So for me, I found that really, really difficult. And then I suppose I kind of like navigate, because you just like smile and plow on as you do. And I think post, what I found most challenging, what the girls and I were discussing, is that everyone has their way of parenting that they want to impart their wisdom. Some are extremely good too.
Aunties, neighbors.
Everybody, everybody. And so, and everyone has their opinion, which is fine, but I don't certainly have to listen to it.
But it's annoying when they have to tell you. No?
But they have to tell you, so you kind of have to be like
smile and nod.
Maybe that was relevant 40 years ago.
But not anymore.
It's not relevant anymore.
Because back in the days, they didn't have a way of getting to know more ways. So they have to depend on somebody who has, well, now there is like so many other means of like
information.
You don't need to.
You know, like I love the whole, we also brought up children.
Yes,
so
I know.
like,
Burp them this way, hold them this
oh
way.
my God, all that.
So how do you all handle that? How do you, I want to know how you handle it.
Actually, I think during the pregnancy, what really got me down was the whole lockdown. Being stuck in one place and not being able to go anywhere, because Ammi and them were in Kandy. Though they used to try to come and see, they were also being very cautious because of COVID.
Yeah, true.
Right, because they didn't want...
You don't want the grandparents to feel.
And more than anything, they didn't want to come and see me because in case they, you know, they can be a carrier, whatnot. And also because at that time, at the beginning, they weren't doing the vaccine for pregnant ladies.
It was too much of the unknown at that time.
And then they said, don't do it. Then they said, you have to do it. So it was just all that. But I think I struggled the most was after pregnancy. My moods were just like, Harin would find me just crying, like sitting there, and I was just crying.
I had the same thing as well.
Why was I crying? No clue. When he even asked me why you're crying, I don't know.
Anything can trigger it, like anything.
Everything gets you down.
How was it for you, Shani?
Well, it was like she mentioned, there were like occasional mood swings during the pregnancy, but after I experienced like I couldn't cry at any given time, even the slightest comment or remark would make me feel very upset. I could just sit and cry, and then I was worried because I experienced what I was worried because maybe I would need medication or I would need help. But lucky for me, Han's mom is a pediatrician. She is very, I can talk to her, and she would, in a medical point of view. So.
And as a doctor, I think you need a very factual thing
so
that
was
it's
like,
easier.
Are you okay? Do you think you would need some help? But then Ihan, my mom, they were there, Ihan's parents were there, like they really were very understanding and supportive. So that got me through.
Shani, thank you for actually, she makes this show possible. She's our title sponsor. Thank you, Shani, for it, and also for being a dear, close friend to me. Thiyasha, I've known you from the time I was thinner. That says a lot.
You've known each other for a very long time.
I know. It's just, that's just sweating as well. Shahili, I'm so happy that you made it to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great. Now let's have more. On that note, we'll wrap things up, and all the best for round number 2 of the babies. I will see you all soon.